Hi guys, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch. We're back, and as you can see, I'm trying some new filters, so give me a yay or nay on if you like it. I'm getting my new camera tomorrow, my new phone, because it fell on a stone and it shattered my screen, and that's why half of it's fuzzy. But anyway, I'm doing some videos tonight for the last time. My new phone's here, we just have to activate it tomorrow. So anyway, my Android comes with a few filters on the setting, and I just thought it might look nice, so let me know what you think. But anyway, we are doing a talk on witch balls. Okay? Witch balls. Now, there are two ingredients. One I do not have and one I do. So the first I'll say that the first ingredient is this beeswax, and this is a hair quality beeswax. It's not organic or anything. It's just like, you know, something that you can get at the local hairdresser shop or whatever. And I got this before I got it about like 2.5 years ago, and beeswax I believe keeps for like ever, I think. I hope. It smells lovely, just like it did the day I bought it. It smells really nice. So beeswax is the first ingredient. It would be best to use beeswax that you got from a bees, like straight up raw wax, right? So if you could forage that naturally, you could do that, as long as you felt like it was like in a proper manner and you weren't hurting the bees at all. So maybe if it was a piece that was left behind by nature, just the wax, like, I don't know. I just get it this way for now, but if I ever found it in nature, I would use it for something really special. The second ingredient is a taxidermy ingredient I don't have, but I might be able to obtain. It's black horsehair. Now, I'm not saying I want to obtain it because I quickly read this and what it's used for, but I'm just saying I could obtain it. And I know it could be a really cool magical ingredient, horsehair. My daughter rides horses, and she goes to a stable, a barn, and she does lessons twice a week. And she volunteers there, and she helps like clean the stalls and feed the horses food and all that. Like, she's so close to animals and nature, you guys. She's so patient, so calm. She's so my kid, except for I don't have the patience. I have the calm, but not the patience. So then she could either like collect it as she was working, or I could ask the ladies there if I could have it. But that might sound pretty witchy, and I don't want anybody to be scared of me on behalf of my daughter's life. Like, on behalf of what she does in her life. I don't want my witchcraft to interrupt that. But I'm just saying, I should do this. Here's what I should do. I should do volunteer work there, just for funsies, you know, just to give back, and do what my daughter does, clean up and then find the hairs on the ground and pick them up. So black horsehair and beeswax. Now let's read in on the witch balls. Witch balls are glass balls, usually colored, manufactured in England since the early 18th century. By the mid-19th century, these balls were also being produced in the United States. Popular colors are silver, blue, green, and red, and the surface is highly reflective. These vary in size from 3 inches in diameter to as much as 12 inches in diameter. The ball should be hung in windows, in the corners of rooms, or in gardens. It is said to ward off evil by reflecting away any negativity. Today, they are very popular as a purely decorative feature in gardens. Vance Randolph describes a witch ball about the size of a marble. Now listen, this is your everyday current witch ball was the first one we talked about. Glass balls, all the colors in gardens. Now, Vance Randolph describes a witch ball about the size of a marble, and a marble is about the size of the top of your thumb, you know, like round, or the size of the stone of this ring round. Okay, a marble composed of black horsehair mixed with beeswax and rolled into a hard pellet about the size of a marble. A witch will toss, I don't know why it's putting it in quotation marks, I'm just trying to read it out of the book the way it says it. Oh, and I almost forgot we're reading out of this. A witch book by Raymond Buckland. A witch will toss such a ball at the person she wishes to bewitch or even kill. Okay, let's go bewitch. I would never, ever, 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 ever in my life suggest that you do a spell with that in it. Ever. Ever. I would never suggest harm on anyone, number one. And that is the worst harm on anyone. Okay, so I'm just reading from the book and then talking about how I feel on that. So, Randolph also says, it is said that the fatal hairball is always found somewhere in the body of a person killed in this manner. A large puffball fungus is known both as the devil's snuff box and as a witch's ball. That's interesting. So that's our talk on witches' balls. I think you see these a lot, at least in the States, as those big glass garden ornaments. My mother-in-law has some at her house. I don't know if she has witches' balls, but I'm going to tell my husband that that's what they are. And when I go over there, I'll film there and I'll show you what they are. My mother doesn't have any. She had one, but it broke. I think they are also called gazing balls. Yeah. But you could definitely scry in the ones that I'm talking about. They're kind of like metallic and you see everything upside down. And it's like lights distorted and it's like fun house looking, you know. So yes, that's our talk on witch balls. And come back because we have a full page to talk about on witch bottles. Because I will be doing up a witch bottle spell soon. I've harvested a big giant bottle from a local, well, the bar, you know, from a bar. I got the empty bottle of wine from a bar. So I would like to make a witch bottle out of that. And I'm going to read to you guys all about that. And then in a separate video, a different day, we'll be doing up a witch bottle spell. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this talk on witch balls. Come back and join me again, Jen the Taxidermy Witch. Have a beautiful evening, you guys.